Good morning, dear friends. In yesterday's lecture, have you seen about the hypertension, pathogenesis of hypertension, the risk factors of hypertension, and also the target organs of the hypertension. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to learn about the drug therapy, pharmacological and non-pharmacological drug therapy of hypertension. That means which drug are used in the treatment of hypertension. The choice of therapy of patient with hypertension depends on a variety of factors. There is age, sex, race, body build, lifestyle of the patient, causes of the disease, other coexisting disease, rapidity of onset and severity of hypertension, and also the presence or absence of other risk factors for the cardiovascular diseases. For example, smoking, alcohol consumption, obesity, and personality type. These all are the depends on the hypertension. Here is the diagrammatically presented flowchart of diagnosis and management of hypertension. So, let's see about this. Medical history, physical exam, and diagnostic test is there. Then the if high blood pressure identify and also identify cardiovascular risk factors, then the treatment is divided in two parts, either pharmacological or non-pharmacological treatment is given to the patient. In non-pharmacological treatment, modify lifestyle and patient monitoring is there. And pharmacological treatment, the pharmacotherapy, that means various drug therapy are used and they need to continue. In this slide, the non-pharmacological therapy of hypertension is there. The several non-pharmacological approaches of therapy of hypertension are available. These include low sodium chloride diet, weight reduction, exercise, cessation of smoking, decrease in excessive consumption of alcohol, then psychological methods in that relaxation, meditation, etc. Then also dietary decrease in saturated fat. Major advantages of non-pharmacological approaches is there. These are the relative safety and also freedom from side effects as compared with the drug therapy. In this slide, the drug therapy of the hypertension. Most patients with hypertension require drug therapy to achieve sustained reduction of blood pressure, and antihypertensive drugs are classified according to the principal regulatory site or mechanism on which they act. They include diuretics used to reduce the blood volume, sympatholytics are used to reduce the ability of sympathetic system to raise the blood pressure, calcium channel blockers are used to reduce the peripheral resistance, and also AC inhibitor, angiotensin converting inhibitors, and angiotensin second blockers or angiotensin second antagonists are used to reduce the peripheral resistance. Okay, we'll see about the which drug are effective in the treatment of hypertension. Here is the classification of hypertension. In that, firstly, most important drugs are used in the treatment of hypertension. Diuretics. In diuretics, there is the three types of diuretics drugs are used: thiazide diuretics, high saline loop diuretics, and potassium sparing diuretics. In thiazide diuretics, the most important drugs are used in treatment of hypertension. Example is hydrochlorothiazide, then also chlorthalidone, then high ceiling loop diuretics. High ceiling loop diuretics, the example is furosemide, then potassium sparing diuretics, in that the example is spironolactone. Amylorides are the most important drugs in the category of diuretics. Then second category of drug is AC inhibitors, that is the angiotensin converting inhibitors. The example is captopril, enalapril, lisinopril. These all are the example of AC inhibitors. Then third category of drugs are used in the treatment of hypertension, that is the angiotensin blockers, or also called as AT1 receptor blockers. Example is losartan, candesartan, then irbesartan, valsartans are these all are the AT1 receptor blockers. Then fourth category of calcium channel blockers is there. The example is verapamil, diltiazem, then nifedipine, felodipine. These all are the category of calcium channel blockers. Then next category of drugs for the treatment of hypertension is beta adrenergic blockers, is the propranolol, metoprolol, atenolol are the category of beta adrenergic blockers. Then the alpha adrenergic blockers, in that prazosin, terazosin, doxazosin. Okay, and also mixed category treatment of hypertension. Mixed category means what? Beta plus alpha adrenergic blockers is there. In this category, the labetalol and carvedilol, these drugs are used in the mixed category. That means beta plus alpha adrenergic blockers. Then central sympatholytics drugs are the clonidine, methyl dopa are the central sympatholytic drugs. Then also vasodilators. The example is hydralazine, minoxidil, dioxide. Then last category of drug is there, the direct renin inhibitor. The direct renin inhibitor has various side effects. That's why it used low amount or less amount or not mostly used. The example is aliskiren. These all are the drugs which are used in the treatment of hypertension. Here is the diagrammatically presented the site of action of major classes of antihypertensive drugs. Let's see one by one. On the vasomotor center, act methyl dopa, clonidine are the drugs which are act on the vasomotor center. Then the guanethidine, reserpine, guanadrel, these drugs act on the sympathetic nerve terminals. Then the trimethophan, the drugs which act on the sympathetic ganglia. Then the propranolol and other beta blockers are act on the beta receptors of heart. Then on the angiotensin receptor of vessels, the losartan and other angiotensin receptor blockers are act on the angiotensin receptors of vessels. Then alpha receptors of vessels, prazosin and other alpha 1 blockers are act on the alpha receptors of vessels. Then here is the vascular smooth muscles. On the vascular smooth muscles, the hydralazine, minoxidil, Then also calcium channel blockers, verapamil and others are act on the vascular smooth muscles. And on the kidney tubules, thiazides category of drugs are act on the kidney tubules. Then beta receptor of juxtaglomerular cell that releases kidney, propranolol and other beta blockers are act on it. Then last step here is the angiotensinogen is converted to angiotensin first. Angiotensinogen releases the renin and it's converted to angiotensin first. Then the angiotensin first is a peptide which is converted to another peptide, that is the angiotensin second, with the help of angiotensin converting enzyme. Okay, so the aliskiren drugs are used to inhibit the action or production of renin. These are the direct acting inhibitor. Aliskiren is the direct acting inhibitor which directly act on the renin, release of renin. Then in next step, captopril and other AC inhibitors which act on the action of angiotensin converting inhibitor. That's why it's called as AC inhibitors. Okay, these all are the various sites, particularly the drugs acts on it. Okay, next part of this chapter will be continue in next lecture. Thank you.